Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I'm joined by.
Thomas.
And we're back again. We've got another story, our penultimate story of the season,
Wow,
and
already.
it's a sequel. We've got a sequel to a Pertwee era story. So we've seen The Curse of Peladon.
Mm.
Uh, Peladon now, and you're saying that, it's made me think of Peloton, like
Yeah.
the exercise bike, The Curse of Peloton.
Well,
We
I was
just
thinking like a Peladon crossing.
Uh, well, we've had the curse of Peladon, and now this is the monster of Peladon. So we're returning back to Peladon. It's a six-parter. It was broadcast from the 23rd of March, 1974 to the 27th of April. Written by Brian Hales and directed by Lenny Mayne. This is another one that my wife's granddad actually worked on,
No way.
apparently. It's not a story I'm familiar, like overly familiar with, really. I can't really tell you what the overall thrust of it is. I had The Curse of Peladon on video when I was a kid, and I never had The Monster of Peladon. I think I've only ever watched it through once in its entirety, maybe.
Okay.
So, whilst I know the sort of, it's Peladon, probably, oh, what was the Agador? That was it. I
Yes.
imagine he'll make a bit of a comeback. And maybe we'll get some Klokida Pathen Menklatch Naru Naru Naru. I hope so. But
Yes, I really hope so. Yeah.
but yeah, apart from that, yeah, I guess I and again I'm coming into it going, it's a six-parter. Is it going to be okay? But I hope to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm intrigued. Yeah, I have quite fond memories of watching Curse of Peladon.
You said it was quite Shakespearean, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, and it had
Like
the
a play
Pertwee kind of fight in in the pit, didn't it? When the camera was looking down on him, that was kind of cool.
and a
Um,
giant phallus with tiny arms.
yeah, and what was the creature in the kind of dome called?
Oh, Arturus.
Arturus.
Yes.
Someone's killed Arturus.
And we had Ice Warriors, didn't we? But
Mm,
with that nice little twist of them being like not the baddies, and they were like a political ally.
nice warriors.
Amazing. Brilliant. The
Sorry.
Nice Warriors. Love it. Love it.
That would be a less that would make for a less dramatic Doctor Who story, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? They show up and they all just have a lovely time.
Yeah. Yeah. We're actually the cousins of the Ice Warriors. So yeah, we're not like them. We're the Nice Warriors. Like,
There's also the ice warriors who just sort of sit at home like,
very, yeah, very concerned about things. Not
oh
very
man,
anxious.
these are spin-offs we need to do.
I feel like the Nice Warriors is like a sitcom about some ice warriors who move in next door to a family,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
like this kind of relationship between the humans and their slightly odd Martian next door neighbors.
And it would have the classic cheesy music sitcom intro. Nice warriors are a friend of you.
I'd like it to be like a 1980s one where in the intro credits it goes through every person and puts their name on the screen and they kind of turn and go like not that you can see me do that. Yeah. Well, it's a dramatic start there.
Oh wow.
Oh, I'd forgotten about these outfits. I wonder if this has a topical, you know, angle to it in the 70s. Is this a story about miners and mining?
Mmm. Yeah.
Wasn't the king's champion in the previous story, sort of a character who couldn't speak? Grun.
Typical choice of looking
Mmm.
vain. And you say the light that killed Vega Nexus came from in here?
Vega Nexus is the name of someone who got kicked out of our Discord server. Oh wow.
Breath
Whoa.
from his mouth.
Interesting. That was kind of
Hmm.
like the demons or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what did you make of that?
Yeah, yeah, good to be back on Peladon. Uh, yeah, nice to have some references back to it. Alpha Centauri again, obviously, and Agador references. The big statue, that was quite a nice touch. Building the intrigue of the miners. Yeah, pretty strong start, I'd say. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like I'll be honest, like I was a bit concerned that the Peladon story, Curse of Peladon, I don't dislike it. I think it's a good story, but um yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like chomping at the bit for another Peladon story. So the
Hmm.
thought of coming into a six-parter set on Peladon again doesn't necessarily fill me with lots of excitement. But I think it's a first episode. That was quite enjoyable actually. And I mean, visually it's really nice.
Yeah.
Like it's a real treat. And obviously they've mentioned that they reused a lot of props and costumes from the original story. I imagine they've added to that as well. But yeah, so I like the setting, and actually, I'm quite taken by the story so far. I imagine someone in the comments will be able to fill us in on whether the miners sort of revolting was a very topical reference to something. Because I think the previous story, joining the sort of trade federation, people at the said it was set around the time of joining like the European Union and things like that, or whatever
Hmm.
it was at that time that was the thing. So. Um, Yeah, so I've quite enjoyed that to be honest. I think it looks good. I'm
Yeah.
relatively engaged by it at the moment, and obviously, always with a six-parter, you worry that might not carry it through. But um, yeah, and it's got some interesting. Some of the design is interesting as well, like the miners being all sort of like, well, they all look like badgers. I don't really know, but I'm kind of here for it. It's kind of like someone's
Yeah.
made a decision and said, let's make all of the miners look like badgers or a bit skunk-like with those weird haircuts.
Yeah.
And yeah, there you go.
Why
Yeah,
not?
and I think also I think because of that, and also the sort of owl Mr. Tumnus-esque figure at the beginning, um, there's something about the design of the miners and the way they look, which also puts me in mind of the original Chronicles of Narnia, the BBC ones, if you ever
Oh,
saw
right.
those.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them.
Yeah, where you've got people who are playing the animals, but they're like full size. They've obviously got so someone is dressed as like Mr. Badger or whatever. And I think it echoes of that to me. I mean, that's obviously later than this. That's not until sort of the 80s, but
Yeah, yeah.
there's something about that kind of look there that triggers that element of nostalgia for me. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so promising start.
Yeah, I think so. And I like the fact that, we've got the king's daughter, and the doctor is recognized, so
Yeah.
we haven't had like and that's what I like is that we haven't had like a massive load of the story where they're not recognizing him.
Yeah.
That's dealt with quite quickly. Alpha Centauri comes in, oh, doctor, so it's good to kind of get that out the way. It
Yeah.
allows you just to get into whatever the rest of the story is going to be, I think.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, it's done a good job of laying the groundwork. Um, six parters, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously still some way to go. Um, and I wonder whether it will be. I mean, my head says no. I doubt it. But I was going to say I wonder whether it will be the kind of six-parter where, you get to episode 3 or episode 4, and then suddenly something completely left of field kind of comes in. I can't really see that being the case with a story set on Peladon.
Yeah.
Like, like Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Suddenly you've got like this underground bunker with people in it like on a spaceship or
Yeah.
an underground bunker in the enemy of the world. That's a very abrupt change of direction and a new thing thrown in. I can't really see that kind of thing happening in a story set on in this kind of setting. But I don't know, could be wrong.
Hmm. Hmm. Plenty of stuff to chew on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, guys, let us know what you're making of this so far in the comments and our Discord community, link in the description below. You can get the full commentary track on our Patreon, and we will be back soon for the next part of this delightful adventure. Adios.
Bye bye.